welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Ecoflow River Plus. Now that's not to be confused with the Ecoflow River Pro. That's a little bit bigger of a unit. So the Plus I stumbled upon on Walmart. Didn't even realize it was an option because Ecoflow didn't show it on their website. So I did go back to their website and I put in a search, checked it out. And they do have it if you search for it, and it's $249 whether you buy it on Ecoflow or Walmart. I did buy it through the Walmart website, whatever. There's two versions of this, the black one you see here and a white one. The difference between them is this one does not have a removable battery, the white one does, and it's $200 more. So on the white one, if you get down here, you can see where my thumb is pointing. There's kind of like a way down at the bottom, way down here. There's a separation there where you can take the battery off on the white one and get a 760 some watt hour battery. This one has, I believe, a 380 watt hour battery. And for $249, that's not bad. It has 800 cycles that you can go through before you drop down to 80% of your battery capacity. So that's not bad, because if you think about 300 or 800 life cycles, if you were to charge it up to 100%, go down to 0, you could do that for well over 2 years and retain 100% of your battery capacity. So that's pretty good for $250, 600 watts, 1,000 watt surge, up to 1,800 watts with the X Boost feature that you can use on some electrical devices, such as heaters, is kind of what they reference when you do some research on the Ecoflows. That's a pretty good deal. I looked at a couple of other ones by Jackery, and for that price, this, I think, is the best bang for your buck for $249. To kind of get into the situation of getting these portable power stations. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on so you can see on the display. Right now, with just the display lit up, it'll hold that display for 99 hours at 100%. So we're going to go ahead, and this one should already be on. Over on the side here, you have a switch for your power outlets, which I have 3 things plugged in, so we're going to go ahead and turn that on. So now I don't have everything completely going. This thing I got to turn on. This is a battery charger for RC batteries. So we got that going. We have the DeWalt battery charger going. I have my laptop hooked up to it. Those are the 3 things plugged in the outlets. So with just that, we're running 76 watts, and it'll run that for 4 hours. So when you turn the switches on, it'll show right here, you can see a little icon for your power for your outlets. And then I'm going to turn my switch on for my 12 volt here. That just turned my phone, started charging my phone here. I got another one that I'm going to plug in. And before I do that, I should point out, if you can see it there, we've got USB 100 watt over here. USB-A, you got 2 of them, and you got the fast charge USB. So I'm going to go plug into the fast charge. It's like my first day using a USB. So now you can see that this phone is plugged in. So now what do I have? I got one laptop. Look at that. Look at this video. This guy does pretty decent videos. You should go onto YouTube right now and give this guy a thumbs up. Subscribe to this guy. He's got good stuff. I think it's called Interestingly Enough. Watch it all the time. Crazy. Anyway, I've got my laptop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. I do believe you can have 10 items plugged into this thing. And it does do pass-through charging, where you can have it plugged in, like if I had it plugged back here, the power charging to it, and it can still do whatever you plug into it. So in that situation, why would you want to do that? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One is this can act as a battery backup. Say if you have it, you know, hooked up to something, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's a CPAP machine or something that in case the power goes out, you don't want it to shut off. Well, that's part of the, you know, with the pass-through charging, that's one of the good options to have. So what it'll do is when you have it hooked up to the power, your device is going to be running off of the electricity that's plugged in, and then this is going to kick in when the power goes out. You know, maybe you can hook it up to a sump pump or whatever. I do have a sewage ejector pump that I'm going to test it out on. I'm going to put that up on a video. But today I wanted to show kind of doing a light load. You know, this would be typical for us, the batteries here, the phones, that type of thing. If we went out, because we do some RC truck stuff, this would have came in really handy. My son used to race RC cars once in a while, and at one of the tracks that we go to, you have to run a lot of electrical line cords. You plug into another guy's cord and piggyback off of one another, and so on and so forth. Gosh, this would have been great to have out in the pits for RC racing, to not have to do that. This would be great for camping, for the weekend or whatever. You can get solar panels for this. They sell them on Ecoflow's website. That also plugs in over here, as well as the 12-volt charger for your car. It plugs in the same spot. So this is your AC outlet here. Your 12-volt charger and solar panels will plug in here, but not at the same time. So that's one of the other reasons for the pass-through charging, is that you can have the solar panels plugged into this and using it at the same time. Now this unit did come with 31%, and it took 15 minutes to get to its max charging. And they say 330 watts. I got up to 329. And then it dropped down once it got up to, it dropped down at about, I'd like to say 95%, 90, I think it was around 90, dropped down to about 204, and then it kind of started fluctuating around there for the last 5-10%, going in between, you know, 200, 100, under 100 watts. The lowest it got to was 42 watts while I was charging after I first charged it. And it took an hour and 9 minutes from 31% to 100%. So I think they say that you can get to 100% in like 2 hours, basically. So anyway, with that said, it charges pretty fast. You can set it to, the app on your phone to charge slower than that, like if you don't want to hear the fans kicking, and I'll tell you, the fans are not loud. It is not running the fans right now. It doesn't have enough power draw yet. There's a little icon that shows up and spins around if the fan kicks in. I'm going to open up my phone here, and we'll take a look at a little bit of the app page. And I don't have the Wi-Fi connection right now, so I can't show you all of that, but just because it's not getting a signal. But if you go on here, you can see what your charger's doing. I wish that was working right now. Oh, and speaking of the fan, sorry, it just kicked the fan in. You can see that icon. I'm gonna try and get this over here by the fan. I mean, it's not, you can feel a little bit coming out. I'm sure it's a variable speed fan. I really don't hear it that much. Anyway, on the app, you can control your outlets. You can control how it's charging. You can the X boost features has to be controlled in the app. So I guess I don't know how that would work in a situation of if the power went out, if it relies on Wi-Fi to control that X boost feature to get some of those higher wattage appliances to work. I have to dig into that, but so far I've had this thing for, gosh, not even 24 hours, and I've been playing around with it quite a bit. So I mean, it does a great job for what I want to use it for so far. I'm probably going to try and do some videos on a little higher drain devices. I have an electric or a battery operated push mower, and then I have a couple of Ego things. I got these batteries up here, these Ego batteries that are 2.5 watt hours each and 56 volts. We're gonna try and get those dead and plug into those and plug into the mower and see how that goes, and maybe hook it up to the ejector pump in the basement and kind of go from there. But that's kind of a brief look at the Ecoflow River Plus. Like I said, for $249, 600 watts charging, 1,000 watt surge, and 1,800 watts with the X boost. I really don't think you can go wrong. The only thing that I would like to see, and I think they're changing this with some of their newer models, this is a nice hefty handle, and there's a plus and minus to this. One hand be able to carry, that's nice, rather than putting a grab spot here and a grab spot here and kind of using two hands. But if it was flat, it would be nice to have some stuff, you know, to put on top of it if you're packing light stuff, if you're packing it into the car, that type of thing. So I guess it just depends on what your preference is. So, and as you can see, we've dropped down a little bit. This battery actually finished charging. I guess it wasn't that dead. 82 watts output right now, so not a whole lot. Saying that it can run that for 3 hours. There you go, the Ecoflow River Plus. Go check it out on Walmart. Not a sponsor or affiliate. Or Ecoflow themselves. Again, not a sponsor or affiliate, but Ecoflow. If you wanna send anything my way, let me know. We'll do a couple videos on it. All right, thanks again for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe if you would. Greatly helps out the algorithm on YouTube. Appreciate it. Bye. Just a little quick correction to part of my video. The recharge time from 0 to 80 is within an hour. So 0 to 80 within an hour with Ecoflow's Extreme technology is what it's called. All right, again, thank you for watching.